Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about API gateways. So the agenda for this video is introduction to API gateways, and in subsequent videos we'll discuss these things in detail. Like we'll discuss about API design patterns, architecture of APIs, HTTP rate limiting, throttling, versioning. We also discuss about Swagger, access control, and security. And at the end of the video, we'll talk about the WSO2 API manager. So let's begin. So the first topic is introduction to API gateway. So in this particular video, we'll only limit ourselves to this topic only. So before we begin into digging more into API gateway, we should have some basic understanding of microservices. So as we know that microservices architecture allow us to build an application as a collection of services that are loosely coupled, which implement business capabilities. Continuous delivery deployment of large complex applications is possible using microservice. This is more advantageous than a monolithic application that is built with database, client, and other server application as a single unit. Microservice can handle single service failure well compared to monolithic application where the whole application goes down. What is an API? Application Programming Interface is the full form of API, is a business capability delivered over the internet to the internal or external consumers. A web API is a software interface presented over the HTTP protocol that helps in facilitating the development of mobile, web, and cloud applications. In simple terms, you can imagine API as a messenger that takes a request and tells the system that what you want to do and returns the response back to you. It is available with standard web protocol with a well-defined interface and is accessible by third parties. API gateway, the moderator. API gateway is considered as a single interface that takes care of various requests to internal servers. It offers security, governance, integration, and acceleration of API. So API gateway is a complete platform to manage, deliver, and secure web APIs. An API call will be received by the gateway and it will route it to appropriate microservices. Now, what is the difference between API gateway and API proxy? So API proxy will simply add transport security and monitoring capabilities to an existing API. It does not add anything new, just it re-exposes the existing API with some additional capabilities, whereas a gateway has more functionality on top of API proxy. That includes content mediation, transformation, rate limiting, caching, etc. Even though API proxy is lightweight and offers the same functionality as gateway, a well-built gateway will offer lightweight proxy with much more capabilities. So we'll discuss about all those stuff in a later part of the videos. So in this video, we'll only discuss about the basics. Now, what is API manager and how it is different from API gateways? So people might get confused with both, as some API gateways try to act as API managers these days. So an API gateway helps in managing the endpoints, whereas an API manager can include an API gateway as part of its features, but will include other things like OAuth, caching, role checking, etc. An API gateway is just one tool among many in API managers. So that's all we had in this video. In this video, like we discuss very basic things what about microservices, API gateways, and API managers. So in subsequent videos, we'll go in more details and discuss about all these things. So in the next video, we'll talk about API gateway patterns. So stay with me, guys. So thanks, guys, for watching.